I built a model to predict the exact final score of Game 4 of the NBA Finals, using nothing but the data from the first 3 games. No gut feelings, no hot takes, just the numbers these two teams have actually put on the floor. And the projection it spit out is terrifyingly close. We're talking a 1-point game. Let me walk you through the model and the score it predicts. Here's the approach. 3 finals games is a small sample, but it's the most relevant data that exists, because it's these exact 2 teams playing each other right now. So I took how many points each team has scored, weighted the most recent game a little heavier since teams adjust, and projected it forward to Game 4. Simple, transparent, and grounded entirely in what's already happened. This is Game is Culture. Real quick before we dig in, if you like breakdowns that actually show the math instead of just yelling takes at you, go hit subscribe. It's free and it genuinely helps, so click it. First, the inputs. Every score so far. Here's what's actually happened. Game 1, the Knicks won 105-95. Game 2, the Knicks again, 105-104. Game 3, the Spurs flipped it, 115-111. Every game decided by 10 or less. This has been one of the tightest finals in years, and that matters for the projection. And there's a trend hiding in the scoring. Watch San Antonio's points climb every single game. 95, then 104, then 115. They are getting better and scoring more as the series goes on. The Knicks, meanwhile, have been steady, right around 105-111 every night. One team is rising, the other is holding flat. Now the model and one key decision. The method in one breath. Take each team scoring across the 3 games, weight Game 3 double because it's the freshest read on how they match up, and project that forward. And here's the key call. I added no home court bonus for the Knicks. Why? Because the home team is 0-3 in this series. Giving New York points for playing at home would contradict everything the data has shown. So here's the prediction. The model projects New York at 108 and San Antonio at 107. A 1-point game with the Knicks edging it. After everything, the math lands almost exactly on a coin flip, which makes total sense given the first 3 games were decided by 10, 1, and 4. This series is a dead heat, and the model says Game 4 will be too. So the headline is a 1-point Knicks win, but please hear the real message. A 1-point projected margin isn't a confident pick. It's the model telling you these teams are essentially identical, and Game 4 is a true toss-up. If anything, the Spurs' rising scoring trend is quietly closing even that tiny gap. This is as close to 50-50 as a prediction gets. Quick interruption because now's the time. If you're enjoying this, hit subscribe. I'm not going to beg, but I am going to ask, so hit it and I'll keep going. What actually swings it? The model gives a baseline, but 2 things will tip it. For San Antonio, it's whether their rising trend continues and whether Wembanyama and Castle both show up again like they did in Game 3. For New York, it's the usage problem. Their most efficient player, Towns, takes the fewest shots. If they finally feed him and Brunson gets cleaner looks, the Knicks pull away. If not, this stays a 1-point fight. And here's the trend line that should scare New York. San Antonio has scored more in every single game of this series. 95, 104, 115. That's a 20-point climb over 3 games. If that trajectory holds even a little into Game 4, the Spurs don't just cover the 1-point gap. They flip it and steal another one on the road. Now the honest limits of a model like this. Let's be clear about what this is. 3 games is a tiny sample. A model this simple can't see foul trouble, a cold shooting night, an injury, or a brilliant adjustment from a coach. So this isn't a lock. It's a baseline, the most likely outcome if both teams play roughly like they have. Reality will add noise, but a baseline built on real data beats a guess every time. But even with those limits, the takeaway is rock solid. Game 4 should be extremely close, almost certainly another 1-possession game, and the team trending in the right direction is San Antonio, not New York. So if you're a Knicks fan expecting a comfortable bounce back at home, the data is waving a yellow flag. This is a toss-up, and the momentum, by the numbers, is with the Spurs. And that's the beauty of projecting it instead of guessing. The narrative says the Knicks are up 2-1 and cruising at home. The data says it's a coin flip. The home crowd hasn't mattered once, and the Spurs are getting better by the game. When the story and the numbers disagree this much, I'll trust the numbers, and the numbers say Game 4 is anybody's. And the close margins aren't a fluke. These two teams have nearly identical resumes. The Knicks finished the season with a slightly better offense, the Spurs with a slightly better defense and net rating. So when the model lands on a 1-point game, it isn't the math being lazy. It's the math correctly recognizing two genuinely even teams, separated by almost nothing. The home court input deserves one more word, because it's the most counterintuitive part. Normally you hand the home team 3 or 4 points automatically, but this series has actively punished that assumption. The road team has won all 3 games, so a model that respects the data has to ignore the building entirely, which turns Game 4 at the Garden from a Knicks lean into a true toss-up. If you want one number to watch the Spurs point total, 95, 104, 115. If they crack 115 again, the model's 1-point Knicks edge almost certainly flips, and San Antonio ties the series. So the entire projection really hinges on one question. Is that San Antonio scoring climb a real trend, or just 3 good nights stacked in a row? And that's why I love projecting Bs instead of just picking a winner. A pick is a coin you flip and forget. A model shows you the reasoning, the trend, and the exact number to watch. So when Game 4 tips off, you won't just be hoping. You'll know it should be a 1-possession game. You'll know the Spurs are trending up. And you'll know the crowd, statistically, won't save anyone. And the best part is, we get to check it. Game 4 tips Wednesday at the Garden. The model says New York by 1, a pure toss-up, with the Spurs trending up. So drop your own prediction in the comments now, and come back after the game to see who got closer, me and the math, or your gut. That's the fun of putting a real number on it instead of hiding behind a vague pick. So there's the projection, New York by a single point, 108 to 107, in what the model calls a pure toss-up, with San Antonio trending up. Do you trust the data-driven coin flip, or do you have a stronger read on Game 4? Drop your score prediction down in the comments and let's see who gets closest. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe. We're in a race to 1,000 subscribers, so please join the family.